Are you trying to lower your body fat percentage, trying to gain muscle while losing fat? Well, how do you do that? What are the best ways, and can it be done? Of course it can. Otherwise, why would we do a whole episode on it? All right. Well, get ready for episode 117. Here we go.
I've always been that skinny guy.
Why can't I gain muscle mass?
What do I do in the gym?
They said I'd always be skinny.
This is your complete source for how to gain lean muscle and break out of your skinny body. From nutrition to getting the most out of your workouts and everything in between. We know just how frustrating gaining muscle mass can be, but don't worry, we've got you covered. You're listening to the Bones to Bulk podcast.
Hey, welcome to today's episode. My name is Brian. I will be your host, and I'm excited you are here. Before we get into talking about lowering your body fat percentage, I want to talk to you about our YouTube channel. If you have not been over there, you need to head over there because it is packed with a lot of videos. Just like we are covering all nutrition for the month of March on the podcast, I'm also covering it on the YouTube channel, and I'm including a full day of my eating, what that looks like, how to meal prep on a budget, where you can actually see all the food laid out. I do have a podcast episode on this as well, but sometimes it's just different when you can actually see it. So youtube.com/bones to bulk. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. All right, let's dive into today's content. So when it comes to lowering your body fat percentage, what's the first thing that pops in your mind? You want to lose weight or you want to lose fat. Well, typically it's cardio, right? You got to do cardio. Well, I'm assuming you're already weightlifting because my first response would be, well, no, that's incorrect. Cardio is not the best thing for dropping weight because strength training is. And the reason why is, if you're not familiar with this, let's say you run for 30 minutes and you strength train for 30 minutes. You will burn a few more calories running than you will weight training. Like initially you'll burn more calories. With weight training, it's going to keep your metabolism elevated for up to 18 hours after your workout. And with an elevated metabolism, that means you're burning more calories. With cardio, your metabolism only stays elevated for about 45 minutes after your workout. So long and short of it is, I would still recommend that you do strength training because it's far better than just cardio. Now, that being said, if you are trying to lower your body fat percentage, you should be doing cardio, but maybe not the kind of cardio you think. With cardio, we have our typical, you usually think of what? Like getting on a treadmill and running, right? But steady state cardio is a great thing to add into your routine that will help lower body fat. Steady state cardio is something of a lower intensity. So it's not like breaking out in a full out run for 30 minutes. It's maybe a brisk walk or maybe getting on an elliptical at a very moderate pace or like a very moderate bike ride. It's something that's moderate. It's not getting you like to where you're panting, to where you're just out of breath. It'll elevate the heart rate a little bit, but not too much. And the reason this type of cardio is the best for burning fat is because when you break out in a run, you are immediately tapping into your carbohydrate stores and your body's going to burn through all your carb stores before it begins burning fat. Once it's through that, the carbohydrate store, then it will start burning fat. So you're going to be a little bit into your workout before you even start burning fat. Now, with steady state cardio, your body is immediately going to start burning the fat because it doesn't need to rely on those really heavy energy sources from the carbs because you're not doing really heavy cardio work. So steady state cardio is the way to go. I personally recommend getting on a treadmill and putting it on an incline and doing a moderate walk. Like you don't have to be right on the cusp of running, but do it at a moderate pace. Or you can just go outside and go for a walk. And if you're going outside and you're just a regular walk, keep it a rather brisk pace. Again, you don't want to get up to like where you're panting, nothing that intense, but just a brisk paced walk. Now, how does food factor into this? Because, I'm always preaching food and how nutrition is the key to everything. Well, food definitely plays a role. And most people that I talk to who want to lower their body fat percentage, they already have some muscle. They already are in decent shape, but they're getting to that stage where they want to start fine tweaking things. And I get that. I totally understand that. And so you've got to start looking at the micro because the further along you get, the more the small things matter. The small things always matter. But if you're kind of on track with everything, you have to start digging a little bit and evaluating, okay, what am I consuming on a regular basis that is doing nothing for my muscular gains? Maybe it's that one soda you haven't given up. Maybe it's the small bowl of ice cream you have every night. Maybe it's the couple beers you have each night. Like, there's probably something in your diet that you know is not good for you, but you're still holding on to it. Well, those things are what you need to let go of in order to get that body fat percentage down, because your body has to have something different in order to drop that body fat percentage down. It's not just a matter of, making major changes, because you've probably already made the major changes. So it's not about that. It's about those small changes. So that combined with steady state cardio is going to be your key to getting your body fat percentage down. Now, there's another element to this, and that is realizing that this is going to take time. We probably are all familiar with how we have that initial strength gain or that initial weight loss or whatever it may be, and then the more we progress with something, the slower the gains become. And that's just because our body is adapting, which is a good thing. Our body's getting used to putting it under a lot of stress. And so at first, when we put it under all that stress, it responded very quickly because it was like, whoa, what the heck are you doing to me? And now our body is more adjusted to those things. It says, okay, I can handle this. And so you've got to throw in wrenches here and there to throw it off. And so it's questioning, okay, what do I need to do? Because I'm not familiar with this. Usually you give me this, and now you're giving me this. Some other examples of very small things you can do. Let's say you're drinking 2% milk. Drop down to 1% or non-fat, or drop down to like almond milk. That's going to cut. It's something that seems insignificant, but if it's something you have on a daily basis, that's going to add up. Just for example, let's say you have 2 cups of 2% milk a day. That's roughly 240 calories, depending on the brand. And let's say you cut that to almond milk. Almond milk, depending again on, it ranges from like 30 to 60 calories per cup. So let's go with right in between. Let's say 45 calories per cup, which is going to be 90 a day if you're having 2 cups, subtracted from the 240 of the regular milk. I love math. 150 calories less a day. Now, when you add that up over time, that adds up. That's 54,750 calories in a year, just from switching to 2% milk to almond milk. Now, if we divide that out into what that equates, 3,500 calories equals a pound, so to speak. So we're going to divide that. Yes, I'm using a calculator on my computer. That's 15 pounds in a year. 15 pounds in a year just from going from 2% milk to almond milk. That's insane. And I know there's other factors involved. Like, it's not just strictly like, oh, if I cut that one thing, and like you've got to be doing everything else on point too. But if you're doing those fine tweakings, I'm doing all this to show you like small changes make drastic results over time. Because again, this isn't something that happens overnight. It's not, especially once you get further along in it, like stuff takes time. So start looking for things in your diet that are heavy in fat that you can start cutting down a little bit more. Maybe start using more egg whites instead of eggs, or maybe start switching from peanut butter to PB powder. There's a lot of different things you can do to cut down the fat content that you consume. And so this, combined with the steady state cardio on a regular basis, is really going to drastically help your body fat percentage. And that, of course, coupled with continuing to push really hard in the gym. And that's another factor that I haven't mentioned yet, but pushing hard in the gym. Are you at a point where your workouts are just kind of routine? Like, you go in, you do 3 sets of 10 or whatever your setup is, and then you're done? Or are you still pushing on every single rep and seeing how many you can get up? And maybe your schedule said to do 10 reps, but you're able to do 14. And even though on that last one you're dying, like, push yourself in the gym. All these things combined are going to get you to where you want to go. And are they easy? No. These are very hard to do because you feel like you're already on track. You feel like you're already doing well. And then you have to just tighten down even more. But that's what you have to do if you want to lower that body fat percentage. If you're already in good shape and want to get it down, that's what you've got to do. Like, so it's kind of a choice. Like, am I content where I'm at? If I really want to get this down, these are the steps I have to take. All right, so thank you so much for listening today. If you are on any social media platform, check us out. We do a lot of fun stuff. It's at Bones to Bulk everywhere. TikTok, we have a lot of fun. Instagram and Facebook, we have an amazing group of people from all different walks of life who just kind of share in this journey of fitness, and it's awesome. All right, so with that being said, remember, no matter what walls you are facing, what things stand in your way, you can accomplish any fitness goal that you set your mind to. You know what I'm going to say before I say it? You've got this.